All right, all right. I've got a small admission to make in that my laptop is playing some silly games at the moment while I'm trying to live stream. So hopefully it holds out and the stream isn't too bad. Let me know in the chat though if you're struggling. I started off like the stream by recording myself. It's all a bit interesting. So yeah, let me know in the chat if everything's okay. Good to see you, Freddie. If things are a bit dodgy, what I'll do is I'll leave the stream open and then just restart my laptop, because apparently I'm using 75% of my CPU to stream currently, and I only have my browser and OBS open. So yeah, interesting. Hope everyone's doing well though and is ready for the quarterfinals, which start in an hour and a half's time. We've got Spain and Germany versus Portugal and France. I need to make a couple changes to my team, which I will do in good time. I think I might do something bold. We'll see. Can I do? Let me just try something a sec. You have to bear with it. I got a bit of a cold as well. So my laptop is a little bit struggling. And I am too. I think I caught something from Glastonbury. Morata or Ronaldo, I'd go Gakpo over the two of them, to be honest, mate. But it all depends on your chip strategy. Bear with, folks. Sorry, you've got ill Tom at the moment. Where's my guy Gakpo? There he is. Oh, I can't quite afford Jude Bellingham. That's annoying. What do you think about Depay instead of Gakpo? You know what? I don't hate that. I do not hate that. Is he cheaper? Tell you what, if he's cheaper... No, same price. Yeah, I guess I don't mind it. What's Ronaldo's ownership at the moment? 20. So Gakpo's higher owned than Ronaldo. Wow. Oh, Alex, I can't decide that. I think they're about the same. I guess I'll just quickly look at the... We'll pull up the tourney tree a sec. Because I look at the two games at the top, so Spain and Germany, Portugal and France. I see that both Spain and Germany could score in their game. But Portugal and France, I think... France, sorry, I'm not getting confused. France are my clear favourite in that game. And I think they could keep a clean sheet against Portugal. Fabian Ruiz, mate. I go for him, depending on what his ownership is. Oh, it's 18% now. Who else we got then? Who else can we pick? I think it's really hard to say a midfielder, you know. It's really hard. What about France? What France got at the moment? It's really hard. Portugal. I'd go like someone like Bernardo Silva or Vitinha of Portugal. Bear with, folks. I'm just going to go and grab a tissue. I'll be 30 seconds. Sorry, Lalix. No, I don't think Palmer starts tomorrow. I think the England team will be Pickford, Konsa, Stones, Walker, Saka left wing back, maybe Shaw, because Shaw has apparently been declared fit. I think he'll start Trent at right wing back, and then he'll go Bellingham, Foden, Kane up top with Mainu and Rice as the midfield two. Switzerland midfielder, I'd probably honestly go Xhaka. I know he's not scored yet this tournament. Or Abesher. Xhaka or Abe sure I'd go for if I was going for a Switzerland midfielder. I'm wildcarding next week, so I guess for me, I'm still struggling what to do with my transfers. I think probably, Freddie, I don't like Simons like loads, but I think it probably makes sense. I really want to get Bellingham in my team. 60% owned. It's crazy ownership, isn't it? What's Siemens like? What's his stats like this tournament? 16 points. 4-4-6. Assist, clean, ball recoveries. Rodri's not bad. Yeah, you know what? Rodri's not bad at all. Thing is, it's just spending transfers on Spain, Germany, Portugal, France players, unless you're using a chip next week, which I guess I am, to be fair. It's really hard because I just cannot for the life of me predict those two games at the top of the tournament tree. Like, I know Netherlands, Turkey, and England, Switzerland are also not foregone conclusions, right? But I would say it's easier to pick a winner in those games than it is Spain, Germany, Portugal, France, isn't it? Kante is good. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Kante is good. I will definitely agree with that. If you were to ask me to pick a winner of those two games, Spain and Germany, I've got no idea. It's complete for me. It's complete 50-50. And Portugal, France, I think France just do it. I just think the France defense is absolutely insane. Koundé, Kante, Saliba, Upamecano, Hernandez, Maignan in goal, strong midfield, Camavinga. They are really strong in midfield and defence. One thing they're missing though is a player that can play the ball in behind to Mbappe, like what Pogba did. Yeah, I agree, Alex. I think if there's a clean sheet in that sort of section, it's from France. Tough one though, isn't it? Crazy tough games. So yeah, here's how I'm looking at the moment. I really want to have this team, but I'm just short. I can't do it. I've got a fly in my room as well now. Yeah, Freddie, I think that leak is right. I do think that leak is right, which suggests that I should get Trent in, really, shouldn't I? I should believe in it. In which case, I could sell Cucurella for Van Dijk. Because do I think Spain keep a clean sheet? No, I don't. I don't think Spain keep a clean sheet. Whereas I do think the Dutch could. The fly is loving my camera as well. Sorry, folks. A fly is currently buzzing around like a madman. So we could do something like that. We could do something like that. That's the thing, isn't it, Harry W12 about Ronaldo? He's such a selfish, you know what, that in any game he could score from just the sheer amount of opportunities that he gets. But it's France. And if I were to pick one team this tournament who has the best defence, I would say it's France. Just insane defensively in my mind. Yeah, I don't mind triple Dutch defence. I mean, I'll have double and then probably triple England. I think this is probably the way to go with my team, isn't it, to be honest? Date. We'll go Mbappe captain. I'll just go back a sec. Yeah, reset my team. I'm going to go Mbappe captain. I think you just have to, don't you? And then I think I'm going to go Gahey to Trent. Because that's a nice differential, that, if you get Trent in, isn't it? And then Cucurella to Van Dijk. Sorry. Oh, okay. You've got 2 Pepes in there, but I would consider selling Carvajal, I think. I don't think Spain keep a clean sheet. Don't know what you guys feel, but I don't think Spain keep a clean sheet. I think I'm landing somewhere around here, you know. Oh, I just take a goal, I think, mate. I would say 7 or... No, because it's the tougher games today, isn't it? I would say you want 10 from your captain. Like 20. 10 doubled. Yeah, I like it, Freddie. I'll be wildcarding next week, so if I wasn't, I would go for De Vrij because he's just cheaper and it makes sense. But for me, I don't worry about money if I'm wildcarding next week, so I might as well go for... He's probably better, isn't he, Van Dijk, right? Probably offers a little bit more goal threat, and there's a chance that he takes penalties. There's a chance. Sorry, bear with. There we go. No, Pedro, I wouldn't do the -4 for that. I think that's me. I think that's going to be me. Bring in Trent, Van Dijk and Gakpo. I think that's me. I think in my position, you know, I only need to do this team for a week. Why not punt on Trent? Why not? And then the rest of the team, excuse me, I think is looking really good. Considering French defender captain, yeah, mate, don't hate it. What do you think, Alex? I think he is. I just think he still continues to stand over free kicks and pens. It's absolutely crazy that Bruno has not taken a free kick yet. I think Ronaldo is now on 60 free kicks for Portugal and scored 1. FPL Tom, good to see you in the chat, mate. Hope you're doing well. Congrats on 5,000 subscribers. Hope you're doing well, mate. You joined me a little bit ill and under the weather today, but I'm pushing on. I got training at 6. I'm going to attempt to go for a swim training later. Try and get rid of this cold as quickly as possible. Siemens, De Vrij and Koundé for Sabitzer, Guehi, Cucurella. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I think if I were buying a defender this week, they'd be French, English or Dutch. Let's just go back to this Tawny tree again. Oh, mate. Have you... I'm going to do the IT... So, oh, it's all fixed. Oh, I'm pleased to hear it, mate. I'm pleased to hear it. My computer at the start of the stream was using 75% of its CPU, so I was a bit worried I'd crash. So IT issues just part of the game, aren't they, mate? Part of the game. But yeah, go back to this Tawny tree. Be interested to hear FPL Tom's thoughts on this as well. But Spain-Germany is impossible to call. So if you're buying players from those two nations and you're not planning to use a chip next week, I think you're taking a real risk. Portugal and France, if I were to call a winner in that one, I'd say France. I just think their defence is an absolute joke. Like Kante and the back four they have is just insane. Netherlands and Turkey and England and Switzerland, I'd suggest, are 2 more predictable games than Spain, Germany, Portugal, France. In a sense that the Dutch and the English win. So I would probably buy players from the Netherlands or England this week, if I could. I'm glad it got fixed, mate. It can throw up some funnies, can't it, OBS, when you have had your computer on for a little while or whatever. And here's how we're looking. I won't tell you how my team did last week because I did some absolute fumbles. I got back from Glastonbury on Monday. I was really hungover. Well, not hungover, I was just really tired. I fell asleep on my sofa with my laptop next to me, waiting for the teams to come out to do my team. And then I just forgot to do it. I just forgot to do my team. I fell asleep. The kickoff happened, and then I didn't do my subs. Current team: Acosta, Pepe, Cancelo, Carvajal, Pepe. You got Pepe in there twice, mate. Cucurella, Musiala, Bruno, Bellingham, Mbappe, Kane, Gakpo, Pickford, bringing in. I don't really know what your question is there, Luca. Just going to load up Twitter and pull up the Spain team a sec. But I'm not going to share Twitter on my live stream view because it is a cluster today. Luca, I'm really sorry. I don't understand what you're asking me, mate. You want to bring in players, but you have no budget. I can't really help you if you've got no budget. There's the Spain team. I mean, it's as predicted, isn't it? What a game this is going to be, by the way. Let's just go big on that. Who should you sell? Honestly, my gut says Carvajal or Bruno Fernandes out of that lot. I'm not sure Portugal score today. What do you guys think? What does the chat think about that one? Do Portugal score today, and will Bruno Fernandes do something? I think, to be fair, I could get rid of him too. I could get rid of Bruno too, but I just don't think it's worth it. Cucurella's going to bloody do something now, isn't he? Now I've sold him for Van Dijk. It's a good Spain team, that. Yeah, I'm going training for the first one, but I will... well, I'll finish that at 7, so it'll be on the radio when I get out. Oh no, it'll all be finished by the time I get out of training, to be fair. Or turn that off. I don't want any election memes incriminating me on my YouTube channel. Would you go with a 4-man back line from France, including goalkeeper? No. I don't think I'd back them that heavily. I just don't know who gets to the final out of that stage. You know what I mean? I don't think I'd back a team that much. I wouldn't do it, but if you've got like a really strong belief that France get to the final, or you're using a chip next week, then do it. I think the team with the highest clean sheet odds, probably the Netherlands, and then England and France are probably fairly equal for me. Yeah, I know, Tom. All the time you want to go to the gym, bloody football's on. What an absolute nightmare. But yeah, I usually swim. I swim Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 till 7 p.m, which is obviously when the 5 p.m. kickoff is on. And you got to get there a bit early, right, to get changed and stuff. So I'm usually at the car at about 5:30. So I miss most of the game. 3 Netherlands defender. Yes, I do think that's a good idea because I've got 2. Look. Got 3 England, 2 Netherlands. Gundo, Musiala, Simons, Bruno, Williams. 1 transfer. What would you do? I wouldn't do anything. I think that's absolutely fine. I wouldn't do anything there, mate. What are you training in at the gym at the moment, FPL Tom? Are you I don't know why I called you FPL Tom. Your name's just Tom. Mad traps, no. Traps are reserved for people on PEDs, mate. You just lifting or are you doing a bit of cardio? Morata is going to score 3 goals next match. Fair enough. Do we think Morata's on penalties for Spain, or do we think it'll still be Rodri? Rodri's touted to be on pens. Jurgen, I've got to say, I think that's how you pronounce that name, isn't it? I've a bit of both, mate, to be honest. Bit of both. Oh. Good Lord. Ruiz, Rodri or Siemens? Anyone in the chat got an idea for Markid? I think Siemens gets further in the tournament, but then I think Ruiz and Rodri could outscore in this game. How much is Morata as well? 8 point. Oh, I can't afford him then. I'm done. I can't get him. I could get Depay over Gakpo, but just really like Gakpo. How many goals has Gakpo got? One goal, 1 assist. 2 goals, 1 assist. 3 goals, 1 assist. And Depay has 1 goal. To be fair, I could, if there's ever a time to go punty, right? It could be this week. No, I haven't used my wildcard. I'm going to use it in the semi-finals. I'll have a look. I'll have to change my screen a second, just so you can't see my Twitter. Have a look, see if we've got the Germany team. I think it'd be the team that we've all come to know and love, with maybe Raum at left back. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, Emre Can's playing. Interesting. There's the teams. There we go. I'm going Mbappe captain. I'm going Mbappe captain. I know he's not been lighting the world up this tournament, but opportunity to captain the best player in the world. Got to take it, haven't you? So Wirtz is on the bench. Just noticed that. Andrick on the bench too. Hey, have Pepe, Carvajal, Cucurella, Koundé, Pickford, Guehi, Costa, Bellingham, Nico, Fabian, Ronaldo, Kane, Mbappe, Musiala, Baumgartner. I would wait on your wild card and I would replace Ronaldo and Guehi and Baumgartner. Yeah, I would. I'd just use your free transfers. 3 transfers on those 3. And I'd get Depay or Gakpo, Trent for Guehi if you can do it, and then take your pick for a Baumgartner replacement. And then play your wild card in the semis. I think the semis is a good time to play the wild card. That's my team. Yeah, why not? Why not keep Gula? I mean, he's in the tournament still, isn't he? He has been playing well. I'd keep him. Why not? Why not? Cheers, Greg. I appreciate that. And sorry that I'm a bit ill. Yeah, I'd use my transfer on Donnarumma, mate. If you can get Maignan and Pickford / Verbruggen, I think that'll do you all right. And then I wouldn't worry about keeping Morata, mate. I think Morata's fine. Morata and Depay, there ain't much to split them. I do like the thought of going for Depay, though. I do quite like that thought. Yeah, Sane as a punt is decent. I don't think he's played that well for the last few months, Sane. But I'd definitely go for Sane over Freuler. I don't know, mate. I don't know what's going to happen to prices. I mean, the most we've seen so far is it's just a 0.1 rise, isn't it? If I just select all the positions, we have a look. I'm pretty sure the most we've seen is a 0.1 rise, right? There's some 8.6s and some 0.1 drops. But yeah, 0.1 rises is all we've got so far. Just checking Gundogan is playing. Yeah, he is playing. I don't mind Havertz, you know. I don't mind Havertz because he is the penalty taker now for Germany. So he's a good choice. Don't mind Havertz. See you later, Tom. Have a good stream, mate. Hope it all goes well. Go and check out FPL Tom's stream if you get bored of mine. I won't be offended. Currently have Morata, Mbappe and Depay. Should I take a -4 hit on Morata to Gakpo to double up? Nah. Just keep Morata, mate. I think Morata's absolutely fine. I think Morata is absolutely fine. How many people we got on the stream at the moment? I can't actually check on my phone. Also, I did something exciting this week. During August, I booked myself a little solo trip to Rome, which is exciting. So yeah, going to Rome. That should be cool. I've heard it's quite hot in August though. So 34 people watching. Big ups. Thank you. Germany team's looking good, isn't it? If 90 minutes were goalless and goals conceded at extra time, yeah, I think they do, mate, in this game. Other games, they don't, but in this one, they do. I need to just do my Bet365 team. I'll show you what I'm doing with that. Oh, excuse me. Bear with. I'm a little bit ill today. A couple of things I want to check. I'll just pull up the clean sheet odds now as well, see if there are any. There you go. So here's all you need to know for the knockout games. So the numbers cannot decide Spain-Germany at all. Just have Spain edging it, but you can see there, it's really close. Portugal and France, much like I said, they're favouring France. England, Switzerland, Netherlands, Turkey. Favouring the favourites, I'd say there. England 32 clean sheet, Netherlands 32 clean sheet. Crazy, really. It's so hard to call. I think what it does, though, thankfully, is back up the kind of narrative that I was speaking about. I'm just going to switch screens a sec because I just want to log into my Bet365 account to do my Bet365 fantasy team. I went to see the Sugar Babes at Glastonbury and I've got their songs stuck in my head at the moment. They were really good. Don't laugh at me for enjoying the Sugar Babes. Oh, frozen. My browser is frozen. I wonder if France will score. I think they're really struggling without like a guy that can pass the ball in behind to Mbappe. I think they're really struggling without that. So I'm 3,000th out of 105,000 overall in this game at the moment. It could be worse. I don't want to bet. I just want to play the free game. So what I did with this team, I actually sold Cucurella, if you can believe it. I'm going to do Gahey to De Vrij. Because I can. And then Cucurella, you're going as well, mate. Actually, no, I left him, didn't I? I'd get rid of Ronaldo. I know we did this, actually, didn't we? And then I bought someone. I can get Musiala. Ooh, I can get Musiala. No, I bought Bellingham, didn't I? That's what I did. What else can I do here? Ronaldo to Gakpo. And then one more transfer. Caught up in the middle, jumping through the griddle. Caught up in the middle, Did you bring in a player that might get through? Yeah, Conte's not bad, mate, but it'll only replace him for one game, would be my thing with him. I think he only replaces him for one game. Yeah, James, I will flash up. Once I've done my cheeky little team selection here, I'll flash up the predicted England team. Don't worry about that. Actually, I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to restore whoever I had in there. I think it was like it was Abisha or something like that. Ooh, we can have a Turkish defender in there, can we? Screw it. Let's take our chances and go for a Turkish defender. We'll go for Mulder. And then Mbappe captain, Gakpo vice. Blimey, how long have I been muted for? Sorry, guys. Someone asking me if Conte was a good replacement for Gahey. Only for one game, so probably not, unless you're wildcard next week. Someone wanted the England team news, so I'm going to do that. Thank you for letting me know I was muted. How long was I muted for? What an idiot. My bad. And Koundé, yes, I think captaining a French defender is a good way to play it. Here is the predicted England lineup, which I think will probably happen. Oh, that kind of crap happens in fantasy games, mate. I wouldn't worry too much about the fact he didn't get the 2 assists. It was pure gold. I don't know. I just responded to the questions, mate. I didn't say anything. Starting 11, Costa, Ake, Cucurella, Hernandez, De Vrij, Fabian Ruiz, Gundogan, Williams, Musiala, Kane. It's literally the best team you can pick. Like, I think you're pretty much identical to me, bar a couple of players. I really like it. There's nothing I would change, mate. That's a really good team. Do I get rid of Ronaldo? I think it's got to be Ronaldo. Differential midfielder, Sane. Go for Sane, mate. You know he's in the team. He's not very popular. Ugh, sorry, folks. I'm a little bit ill. I keep going on mute to blow my nose and then obviously forgot to take myself off mute because I'm an idiot. The team I was considering: Ronaldo, Mbappe, Gakpo, Gundogan, Bellingham, Williams, Musiala, Siemens, VVD, Walker, Cucurella, Koundé, Ake, Pickford, Costa. It's a nice team. It's a nice team. There's your England predicted lineup. Rice or... Oh, I go Siemens, mate. Rice hasn't really been carrying that much goal threat. We go back to the Germany team. Germany and Spain teams. Caught up in the middle, jumping through the griddle. I'm caught up in the middle. There you are. Yeah, I don't think getting rid of Bruno Fernandes is the worst idea in the world, to be fair. No, Bellingham's just got he's got a suspension, but it's like a delayed suspension. So he doesn't have to serve it right away. It's a suspended suspension, I'm pretty sure. I'll just double check that. Someone shared with me the details in my Twitter DMs. I'm gonna go on mute again. If I was telling people that I'd captain Mbappe if you haven't, mate, I'd still captain. I just captain the best player in the world. So here's the Bellingham news. He's got a suspended 1-match ban, and it's valid for a year. So he won't be able to play against Switzerland, but he's got a year to take it, if that makes sense. I go see. It depends. If you're using a chip next week, I'd go Williams. If you're not, I'd go Siemens. Yeah, Bellingham should play it well. I can't tell you if he'll play in the semis because he's not through. But if they get through to the semis, he should be fine. Yeah, I like it, Alex. It makes sense. It makes sense. No, Shinvid's good. He's got a year to use that to spend that suspension. If that makes sense. So he should be A-OK. Keep chucking your questions in. I think I'm nearly there with my team, to be honest. I might even lock in my transfers now. I'm not bringing in anyone that plays today, so I'm not too worried. Your instinct says Yamal will score and assist. Well, pick him. I'm very content with the pie. I think, James, the wildcard time's next week. I do. And also Gakpo, well, I guess it depends on your mini league, right? But Gakpo is not differential. I think 30% of the game have him now. Yeah, 32% owned. So he's not a differential. The pie is the differential, I think. Bit punty, but I quite like it, you know. Alex, I don't hate it. They're just... I'd back Kane to get further in the tournament than Havertz. So I'd probably keep Kane. But I can see where you're coming from, mate. Spain, Germany is impossible to call. I think France get through, England get through, and Netherlands get through. Leader has Gakpo. Got you, mate. Got you. Understood. Well, if Gakpo does well and Depay doesn't, I'm going to be frustrated. And also, this is very different to what I said I was going to do on my team selection video as well. Apologies for that. But I am live streaming it. It's not like I'm not sharing it on YouTube, right? And my team selection video, if anyone's following that, it would do you just fine. Like the players I was picking there would have been all right. I just think with that England team getting announced, it makes sense to go for Trent. It's true on Gakpo. Just why not? Extra Susu, why not? He's back to start. And he's the best England defender if he does play because he's so attacking. And I only need him for 1 week because I'm wildcarding next week. So, you know, if there's a risk they get through and there's a risk he doesn't start, doesn't bother me. I'm on my wildcard. So that's my logic there. The only rank that matters, Notion Vids, is the rank that you finish on. And can you get into the top 10k? Of course you can. Could you finish lower? Of course you can. Like, I would just say yes. Anything's possible. But in order to finish that 10k, you need differentials to pay off now. I'd probably go Bellingham, extra Susu if I could. I'd probably go Bellingham. He's got attacking returns, ball recoveries, and probably gets as far in the tournament. You know, England, Netherlands in the semi is going to be a 50-50. Like the two semi-finals, if they, you know, one of Spain, Germany, one of Portugal, France, and then one of England and Netherlands potentially. Oh, sorry, and England v Netherlands likely. That's impossible. I'm going to go Mbappe and probably Kane, to be honest. Kane, he's not had the best tournament, but he's still netted a couple of goals. And he's on penalties. He's going to play every game. I'm going to captain Kane. No, mate. I'd rather captain the best player in the world. Mbappe. I just captain Mbappe. Not bad at all, mate. I wouldn't wildcard them out. I just think they're not ideal because I don't think they keep a clean sheet. But I'd like Morata. I don't think it's the end of the world at all. Honestly, Jamieson, it would be something similar to what I have on my screen right now, but I would probably have Bellingham instead of Bruno Fernandes. So I'd probably go for De Vrij instead of Van Dijk, Bellingham instead of Bruno, and then maybe a replacement for Gundogan. But I still think Gundogan's all right, even though he's not on pens. But other than that, it would look like this, pretty much. I'd go Musiala. Oh, God, it's so tough. I don't know. That's why I've gone Mbappe. Because he's the best player in the world. Should I get rid of Cancelo for Stones or a different defender? It depends what your chip strategy is. I'm going to wildcard next week in the semis, which means I'm going to get Trent. But I would probably get rid of Cancelo, yeah. Don't mind that. De Vrij, mate. I'd go De Vrij out of that lot. I reckon, Lewis, if you wanted a transfer as well, I'd consider De Vrij. I think you got to go Bellingham, mate. I think you got to go Bellingham. Just because he's probably going to get further in the tournament. You just cannot... I just don't think you can predict this Spain-Germany game at all. I don't think so, James. It's entirely possible, but I think it would be Trent. Could you name a more perfect player to play right wing back with Walker covering? Surely captaincy to... Mate, if that's your thoughts, you should captain Musiala. I'm quite happy with Mbappe, but, you know, if you're thinking he's having the tournament he's having, and you're like, surely it should be him, then captain him. And don't worry what other people are doing, mate. I think that's a good move. "45 minutes to go. Just check in to see if there's any leaks or anything on my Twitter a sec. No, nothing. Yeah, Lalix, I think ball recovery points are fantastic. I really like them. I think one thing you can't do in FPL is pick a defensive midfielder, but ball recovery points will make them options. So I think they should add it. I hope they do. I think you should also get points for completed passes as well. But if you've heard or seen me, because I've seen you're a regular watcher of my streams. If you play Sky Sports Fantasy Football, if you are UK based, you get points for completed tackles and passes. Quite honestly, Gunner 24, I think the best front three is the front three that I've got. I do. I think it is. I think that's the best front three. Maybe Gakpo instead of Depay. But I want to be a bit different. I'd go Fabian Ruiz. Excuse me. I'd pick Fabian Ruiz. Yeah, Fabian Ruiz. Agree, James France. Agree, mate. Hence the Trent and Depay. The Trent and Depay transfers of mine. Excuse me. Yeah, but 4 points. Come on. It's not much. You want to do more than 4 points a game, don't you? Oh, he's one of the top. Is he one of the top scoring mids as a result? I should probably shut up. But yeah, I can see your point. But he's 6.5. You may as well go Fabian Ruiz, right? I do see where you're coming from, though. What are we all saying? Should I lock those transfers in? I don't see any reason not to. All these players play tomorrow, so I mean, why not? I'm probably going to lock them in. Any last minute shouts for my team above and beyond the players that I'm going for? I'm pretty content. Got to say, I'm pretty content with that. Well, if there are any English fans in the chat, where are you planning to watch the England game, by the way? I'm going to a nightclub in Bristol. It should be interesting. It's at 5 PM, right? So it's not going to be a big boozy evening, but yeah, it should be fun. Feeling Germany and Portugal. Interesting. I'm feeling Spain and France, mate. Not going to lie. I'm feeling Spain and France. Spain and France. Sorry, I am ill. My apologies. Mate, whatever happens, happens, right? You got to try and enjoy the experience. I was in the crowd of Avril Lavigne when England played Slovakia. I had no idea what the score was because none of us could get a signal. And then someone in the crowd shouted Jude Bellingham's equalised with a bicycle kick and everyone went crazy. I'd go with Maignan, mate, the French keeper. I just think France are better defensively. Oh, for the long term, Xavi Simons, but if you only need to do it for 1 week, I'd say Sane because he's quite a nice differential, I think. And up against Cucurella, I think he could give him some problems. I don't think Cucurella's been properly challenged yet by a real quality winger. And I would not want to go one-on-one against Sane. Replace Ronaldo with Kane. You got Bellingham, or replace one of the defenders of Spain. I'd get rid of a Spain defender. I got rid of Cucurella for Van Dijk today. No, I'd go for a Dutch or an English defender, personally. Swiss midfielder. I like the idea, but I just don't see one that's going to absolutely tear it up. Abeshire, I think, is the top scoring one, isn't he? But a lot of those points have come in one game, haven't they? Yeah. He's got 1 goal, 2 assists this tournament. Just don't like it. Yeah, I'd probably go for a Dutch or an English defender over a Swiss one. I think I would. Just going to check Twitter, see if anything has come out that's of interest to share with you all. I don't rate Chan, personally, as an option. Right, I'm going to lock in my transfers, guys. I'm locking them in. Boom. Sub in. Sub out. Sub in. Sub out. Sub in. Sub out. Mbappe captain. Confirm. There's my team. Let's go. I'm going to share it. I'm going to tweet it. Euro Fantasy Quarter Final Team. What did I do? Gahey, Cucurella, Ronaldo, to Depay, Trent, and VVD. What's my rank? 84k overall. Where's the world map? Give us the world, baby. Let's go. Oh, I'm slowly falling off the wagon, though, I must say. I am not feeling too well. Hopefully I can hang on for another half an hour. Let's give it a go, shall we? Feel free to shoot your questions. If I don't get any more questions before 1:30, I might just switch off because I'm not feeling too well. Javi, Siemens, or Ruiz? Depends what your chip strategy is. If you're going to use a chip next week, I'd say Ruiz. If you're not, Siemens. Why not go for Siemens? So the games in that part of the tournament are just crazy. I just cannot tell you who's going to win between Spain and Germany. It's so tight. No idea. Portugal and France, I think France just have it. But I'd say England and the Netherlands are the favourites to go through from their respective sides. But yeah, can't predict anything else. I think it's really be silly trying to predict it, to be honest. Captain, I'm on Mbappe, mate. I'm on the best player in the world. That's who my captain is. Do I feel massively comfortable with it? No, but he's on penalties. Absolute talisman. Best player on the planet. I think you've got to go for him. I think you've got to go for him. He scored a couple of goals, hasn't he? Bear with. Oh, he's got a goal and an assist. You change your formation quite simply. I've got tissue on my face. That's embarrassing. By swapping players in and out as subs. So you make your subs and then you swap in and out like that. But ultimately, formation doesn't matter when you start. You just want all your players playing today in your team, regardless of what formation that makes. Ooh, that's a real tough one. I would probably use the wild card and then spread your risk evenly so that your punishment should. In fact, I think. Yeah, so here's the max players you can, number of transfers you have at each stage. You've got 4 transfers for the semi final. So if there's a way you can build your team where you use the minimum amount of transfers next time round, that's the way I would do it. That makes sense. I would probably use the wild card this week. It's more fun as well, isn't it? You can have the ideal players in that instance. It's quite right. Axel Feo. I don't know how to say it. Sorry, mate. Just see if Twitter's saying anything. Alexandru, I am not too bad, thank you, mate. I've just returned from Glastonbury. There's a big festival in the UK, and I'm a little bit ill. But other than that, mate, I'm all good. James France is wildcarding 5 England and Holland players in. I rate it. Sorry to see your nation getting knocked out, Alexandru. I hope you can still be proud of them, though. Recommendations for a kamikaze wildcard. Pick all the players you don't know are going to get through to the next phase. Pick an entire team of Portugal, Germany, and Spain players. Who's winning the Euros, Alexandru? They did good, mate. They did good. Things can only get better, right? Things can, well, probably not, because you did quite well this tournament, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I think Germany will win. I still think France is going to win it. I know they've not been that exciting. I just think their defence is outrageously good. So I'd still pick France. Me and my ex, before the tournament, put a bet on. I said France. She put a tenner on. I think it's France. Their defence is so outrageously good. Yeah, I just don't think many teams are going to score past them. James, mate. Not going to do anything that will get me in trouble on YouTube, but I'll salute you. Good luck to you, mate. To change your name to James Japan as a result. Fair enough, Alex. Fair enough, mate. It's basically the final. Like, the next few games are finals, aren't they? It's crazy how competitive it is. The fixtures are just insanity. Spain, Germany, Portugal, France. My God. Those are 4 teams I'd say are the best teams in the tournament. Crazy. Crazy. If England get to the final, I think they got a chance of winning it. Because anything can happen in the final. But, yeah. I think it's probably going to be France. If I were to pick a winner out of Spain and Germany, I'd probably say Germany. Home nation. I think they just have it. All right, folks. I might leave it there if that's all right. I'm not feeling amazing this afternoon. and I think the questions have quietened down a little bit. So I appreciate you all. Feel free to fire in any last minute questions you got, but I think I might leave it there if that's all right. I'll stay live for another minute. If anyone's got a question, feel free to wang it in the chat. Otherwise, I think I'm going to end it there because I'm falling off the wagon. Big ups, Mark Spain. Thank you, mate. Sorry, GT. I'm not very well this afternoon. I've been live for an hour and 5 minutes. I think that's as much as you're going to get out of me, I'm afraid. It's good to see you, though, bro. I've been live as much as I can, making the Euros content. It's good to see you too, my friend. And FPL's going to be back soon anyway, isn't it? I reckon the game will launch in a couple of weeks. Thank you for supporting my country, Alexandru. I'm going to a fan zone in my city, Bristol, tomorrow to watch it. I would go Trent, De Vrij, Maignan. Or if you don't have Pickford, Verbruggen or Pickford. But I wouldn't have both Verbruggen and Pickford because they play on the same day. Does that help, mate? Thanks, Alex, mate. I think it'll go away in a couple of days. I'm going to try and train through it tonight, to be honest. See if I can sweat it out. I think that's usually my tactic with a cold. If you've got a cold from like the neck up, you should still be able to exercise with it. So I'm hoping that, yeah, hard training session tonight, I'm going to absolutely push through. No, not a limitless team, but I think pretty close. You got to go Absher or Xhaka, I think, if you want Swiss midfielder. Although I wouldn't pick a Swiss midfielder. I wouldn't pick a Swiss midfielder myself. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please leave a like on the stream. I'd really appreciate it. I will be out probably with a video tonight or tomorrow sometime. Just talking about players to pick for the semi-finals, etc. Although it probably makes best sense to make it tomorrow night when all the games are finished, etc. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm going to be wildcarding for the semi-finals, so that should be fun. But if there are no more questions, I'm going to go have a lemsip and crack the game on before I go training. So thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in my next video.